What I'm after doing here is I'm after giving some of the very lumpy, bumpy, corroded parts of this starting handle a bit of filing, just to take the bad look off them. I do like a bit of patina. It was okay down here. I want to keep that bit of patina, and now I'm going to just prime it and paint it. So I am going into way too much detail on these tiny little parts when I really need a head gasket set. But anyway, that's our primed and a little rub of sandpaper, so I'm going to put a coat of grey on it because I have grey, and then I can always paint it again in the future. So that's it there now with a good coat of paint. The handle seems to be some form of galvanized steel, so I'm not 100% certain what I'm going to do with it yet. I did tidy up a bit of the pitting with a file, but I want a bit of patina on it. But that's it anyway. Another job that I can do is I'm reusing this Ferguson 20 battery lead. It goes from the starter switch to the starting motor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this end. I'm going to fit this battery clamp, because what was happening here was this was attached to the solenoid and this was attached to that bolt, so that wasn't right. So I'm going to cut that off and I'm going to fit this on, and that at least will be another job done. So I've made the battery lead going down to the solenoid. It's nice and neat, it's not too long. Resistance builds up in these things, especially this old one. And I put in one of these sleeves in there. And I got another one then, and I cut off the plastic bit and I shoved it in from the other end. So I'm after getting a nice tight fit in around the wire. So that gives me plenty of meat then there to tighten up. Look, it's just another little job as I'm waiting. Another job I probably can do if I am stuck is I'm after tidying up some of the repair job that was done on this strap. What it looked to me what happened was one of the rivets or two of the rivets had actually sheared off and the strap was coming away, and those rivets are visible inside the tank, so if there's no pressure on them they can leak. So someone had previously put a kind of a JB weld all around that strap. So what I did was I just got the Dremel and just tidied it up a bit, and I went over it then with some epoxy metal, and then I had literally 2 minutes then to try and smooth it out. So I used paint to smooth it out so that the whole lot would dry. That was my idea. I didn't have very long to working time, and the same here. Some of the previous repair jobs I just used the last of the JB weld I had, and I painted over it, just as I said, just to try and smooth it out. The stuff goes off really quick. So what I might do if I am looking for work to do at the weekend is actually sand the rest of this underneath the tank. I don't want to paint the tank, just underneath here. Sand it, prime it and paint it. Take up some of this, maybe smooth a bit of that solder out, if it is solder. I think it is. And yeah, tidy things up. And I might just future-proof it for a while anyway. You know, there's probably pinholes in there ready to peep through, so it might just stop corrosion.